if you live in Silicon Valley and you move there specifically to work for any of these companies, you're looking at possibly being laid off.
But if you're an immigrant, then it just rolls into a whole different conversation. Like it's worse. It's like 10 times worse because you're on a clock. From the day you get fired, you have at most 90 days, best case scenario, to find a job.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship in that you're
Yeah.
here with your skill set, you get the experience, you get paid in dollars. The company gets a skilled laborer, and when you're done, you're done. It's not supposed to be anything that leads to permanent immigration.
Yeah.
And when I read that comment, I couldn't help but feel a bit like I agree with them. If I was
Personally
looking at,
attacked
I, I felt attacked in that
somewhere.
because they're talking about me like a number. As an
Yeah.
immigrant, as a skilled laborer, yes, I bring that
Yeah.
skill to the table. That's amazing. But then when you add
Yeah.
that layer of this is a person with a family, this is a person who's away from home and knows and has been here for 5 plus years, and you're now telling
Yeah.
them, you know what, we're done with you. Thank you. You can leave.
Yeah.
It's there's no humanity in that view.
In a way, it's your right. If you've paid your taxes, you are not a criminal, and you've done everything that's required by the books, then you have every right to stay here. And you have every right to crib about it when things don't go according to plan, because we are social beings. I'm sorry, I'm not a vacuum cleaner that you needed and so you brought in cleaned and now it's time to go back. That doesn't happen. I'm sorry to tell you that.
The reason
Yeah.
we bring it up is because Amazon, as of this recording, is planning on laying off or has already laid off 18,000 of its employees, and it's just one of
It's
many
about to.
about to.
Yeah.
It's just one of many employers in Silicon Valley that's doing that. That's laying off a significant portion of its workforce, and the reason Amazon in this case is significant is because I don't know. I could throw a stone if I was surrounded by my immigrant friends
If you throw a stone, it's quite possible you might hit someone who does not work at Amazon. Because everybody else is already working at
or
Amazon.
is looking to work there because it is because it is the probably the biggest one of the biggest tech companies in the US.
Yeah.
They've always had that idea of job security being part of the package with the high pay packages, and you get to work on the West Coast in Seattle. The number of people who've managed to relocate for these jobs from all across the US with the idea that they're going to make it in Amazon is significant, especially in the immigrant community. So for them to now be saying that, times are tough, we're tightening our belts, and this means layoffs, I can tell you for sure that a lot of the times when companies decide to cut employees, the first to go are usually the ones who are immigrants.
If you're somebody who needs a sponsorship, which basically means that they have to provide you with a lawyer to keep you on payroll, then you are a hassle at this point.
Yeah, and it's a purely a dollars and cents decision. You can't fault them for thinking that way, but at the same time, as an immigrant, it's kind of hard to look at it and just say, yeah, I make sense. Let's do that.
And I mean, it's kind of messed up because it's not just Amazon that's laying off. Either most tech companies have already laid off people like crazy. Twitter laid off like 4,000 employees not too many weeks ago.
Mhm.
All these startups are laying off. So it's not like you can leave Amazon and join another company because you have the skill set. It's just too many people who are unemployed with the same skill set as yours hunting for a job. And when you're in that race, obviously the person who doesn't need the sponsorship, who doesn't need a lawyer, who doesn't need all these complications is going to win that race compared to you, even if that person might just not be as qualified as you.